Hello, everyone. My name is Kiana Rivera, and you're listening to Your Palm Beach Guide with the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce. And we are joined today by our special guest, Anita Patel. And we're so happy to have you. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
having me.
Having me. Yeah, exactly.
I got
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So what we'll do real quick is we'll just read a little bit of your bio, get some background information of who you are and what you do, and then we'll just jump into conversation. It'll be really easy, I promise, okay? So with over 25 years of experience in the technology industry, Anita specializes in technology procurement and strategic technology advisory. She's passionate about helping businesses harness the right technologies to drive growth, efficiency, and innovation in today's dynamic marketplace. Technology has the incredible transformative power, and in today's world, it is indispensable for every successful business. She understands the frustration and anxiety that accompany IT decision-making, which is so true. IT is so intense. And keeping up with the rapid technology changes while ensuring alignment with your organization's unique needs is no easy feat. So at Minerva Tech, which is Anita's company, she combines people, processes, and portfolios to save your business time and money. With access to a curated portfolio of over 300 technology providers and subject matter experts, they specialize in helping businesses define their requirements and project scopes. Using data-driven insights, they identify the most qualified vendor partners for your evaluation, ensuring strategic decisions that propel your business forward. As a dedicated advocate for women in tech, she actively supports initiatives to empower more women to succeed in this industry. Outside of her work, she's deeply committed to being the best mom, M-U-M, she can, fitness, wellness, and personal growth, which fuels her drive both professionally and personally. She loves to give back and get involved within the local community, and she sits on the board of two incredible nonprofits, the Lighthouse for the Blind of the Palm Beaches and Speak Up for Kids, which are great local organizations. And she welcomes opportunities to connect with professionals, organizations, and everyone alike who is looking to gain advice or knowledge in leveraging technology for meaningful impacts. So, wow. Thank you, Anita.
I come and pitch my company every day.
I know, that was so good. That was wonderful. Well, so thank you. Just again, your bio just speaks volumes, and I've had the pleasure of knowing you now for the last couple years, and I think just you've skyrocketed in this community. So congratulations on all your success.
It's been a journey. I think it's only been 18 months since I've
moved
really?
Here. It hasn't been that long? I feel like I've known you forever.
Long?
Yes.
It feels like that long. Yeah, it does actually.
Goodness.
But yeah, I moved here August 2023, so
wow,
it's not been that long. I think we connected 2024, probably just over a year ago.
Oh my gosh, just over a year ago. Here we are, a couple years later. Just kidding, over a year.
Yeah.
Well,
that's nice. It feels like it's longer.
Yes,
so it's good. Yeah.
No, that's so good. Well, tell me just a little bit about your background. You said you just moved here. Where are you from? Give us some insight.
Well, I normally say that I'm from Texas, and everyone
nice.
just looks at me because they're like, you don't sound like you're from
Texas.
Texas. But anyway, no. So born and brought up in London, so I'm a true Londoner all my life. And I moved here in August 2023 with my son.
Beautiful.
And so what better place to move to, right?
Yeah.
And I did
because you said your family is here, so you were able to just move back with your family and be closer to home.
Yeah, circumstances changed my life in London. And so I decided that...
Up and move,
build a new chapter, build a new life, give my son more opportunities, and it takes a village to.
Right.
I have one, but it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
So come closer to my family, and I've just been super lucky that I get to live in this beautiful place and get to connect with beautiful people.
Yes.
And I've just been super grateful for the whole journey.
Well, and so tell me a little bit, your time in London, in the tech space specifically, how long you said 25 years of experience in this industry.
Yeah.
What brought you to start your own business? And have you always had that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I was probably the first person in my family to go to university, and I just ended up doing a computer science degree for some reason. I think I was kind of interested in tech, but never a lot.
Right.
I kind of just landed in this subject of I don't know what, but anyway, it was interesting. And then I was like, oh, well, I've got a computer science degree now. I need to go and get a technology job in the technology field. And so my first job in the late 90s was with a company called MCI.
Okay.
So anyone that knows, MCI was a huge company at that point, telecommunications. And so I fell into telco.
Okay, wow.
Not really knowing what it was at that point.
Right.
Worked within the telco industry for most of my career in lots of big companies around in the UK and globally, like Europe and Asia Pac as well.
Oh, wow.
So really just building out backbone networks. So I've seen the evolution of the internet come alive and telephony come alive.
Wow.
Through the 90s, 90s, early 2000s, and now,
right,
where it's huge and nobody can live without it, right?
Yeah.
So from dial-up to now.
Wow.
So
what a transition.
It's been a journey. It's been one that not very many women are a part of as well. So in leadership and within the organization with itself, you don't get many women in tech.
Right.
I was one of the very few in university and in the working world.
Right.
But there's a lot of politics.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I decided that I wanted to just become a project manager, a contractor.
Right.
So I kind of pulled away from the employment side of it.
Okay.
And just built my own company as a contractor, as a consultant.
Okay.
And so I would go into big companies and I would project manage delivery of network or delivery of operations or delivery of process and systems, anything to do with whatever they needed.
Well, so
I would go in and do a project management.
Well,
piece.
so walk us through this, because if you are not in the tech space, and what does that look like? I'm a CEO of a company. I hire you. What does that process look like?
So you're a CEO of a company and you hire me and my team.
Yeah.
We come in and we really look under the bonnet of, okay, how are you operating as a business?
Okay.
What are your pain points? How are your clients contacting you? How are your customers? How is your employees communicating with each other? Where is your data sitting? And then look at your goals. What's your trajectory of your business, right? Where do you want to get to in your business?
Right.
Then we look at, okay, how will technology fix the pain point within your business and make it very, very seamless, help your employees to become more efficient,
Great.
allow your customers to contact you a lot quicker, secure your data. It could be any of those things. And normally, like, it's not just the high level thing that somebody will come in and go, this is what you need.
Right.
It would be really like the deep
dive into your company.
Right. And we'll check, we'll go through all of that and we'll do a real good discovery. I have great people on my team, engineers, cloud engineers, cybersecurity engineers, and we come in and we just ask questions. We listen.
Right.
We make sure we understand and learn your business. Where are you going? What do you want to do? What are your employees doing? And then just figure out, like, what do you need to get to that next step? And that's what we do in small steps, because we understand that technology is really disruptive.
Right.
When you're changing it around or doing something, we don't want to disrupt stuff, right? We want to make it easy.
I think too, so after you've done the deep dive for a company and you acknowledge those pain points, do you also provide solutions for those pain points? So you say, this is what you need to get, this is how you need to get it. And are you the one that's orchestrating those relationships between?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're like this is a dumb way to say it, but it's like a tech liaison almost from like some big software. I don't even know the tech terms, so my apologies. But is that what it is, kind of?
Yeah,
a
so
little bit?
question's dumb. So I totally understand. No, it's fine.
Walk me through it.
And so the easy way to understand it is, if you're a CEO, you will always have an insurance broker or a financial advisor. Or you go to a mortgage broker.
Right. Okay.
To really understand products on the market and what you need for your individual needs, right?
Right.
So I'm that technology person. My team is that technology person. We sit there and we help you make informed decisions. And what we do is we work with you the whole way through. And so I'm not a quota-based person who's going to sell you everything, because you don't need everything.
Right.
Okay, so that's kind of how we come into play. We really just uniquely identify what you need to grow your business in the right way with technology. And we have curated, vetted suppliers, and we understand, my team work with suppliers every single day to understand what are they doing for your specific counterparts, and what use cases are there out there that those solutions are solving, and we can bring that to you, and we can understand which suppliers are best for you, and we understand how suppliers install stuff as well, like give you a great service, and and we hold them accountable to what you need. So we sit on the side of the client, we sit with the client's t-shirt.
See, that's amazing, because so many times, especially in not even the business sense, but the personal sense, you never want to talk to that person. Like that CEO does not want to talk to the tech company trying to get what they need to be more efficient. It's like, I don't know the words. I don't know the language to say. I mean, it's like it's like foreign sometimes.
Yeah.
So the fact that you really come alongside companies and you say, I'm going to sit with you almost as your representative to this big company to make sure you're getting what you need. It's quick and it's non-disruptive and it's affordable for what they need. So I love that you mentioned that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we do. We sit on the client side. We represent our clients and we really ensure that they get what they need. That's the key thing. So we're an add-on to the IT team.
Okay.
And we are special advisors to the decision makers.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. We just make everybody's life easier.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So when you moved here and just a short time ago, you were in a brand new community, a brand starting from scratch.
Yeah.
How were you able to take the company you built in London and transfer that to Palm Beach and really hit the ground running from the start once you got here?
Yeah, my company in the UK was doing exactly the same thing for around 15 years.
Okay.
And so we sold that and
right.
just basically. So the starting again really is around just building trust again.
Right.
And really getting to communicate and allowing people to understand what my business model is, right? So it's really, but I love to, like, for me, it's moving here, not just building a business, but it's building a community and building friendships and really understanding what's happening and where I am. And so it's a lot of things. It is about business, but it's also around building community and all of those good things.
Well, because you're here for the long term. I mean, you up and moved your life. Your son is in school, so you went through the process of finding a new school, making sure that he got into all of the activities he wants to get into. I mean, we were just talking about like looking at high schools now, and you're just like, you are navigating motherhood and leading your family alongside leading your business. So you mentioned just your incredible advocacy for women in the tech space. So what are some ways that you have been able to just bring other women into this space, because you said it's not very common for women in this world?
Yeah, I mean, in the UK, it's and in the UK there is less of a community and women in tech. Moving here has been really amazing because I've met so many women in tech. There is a lot more, and it's great. And we have our communities, and we do a lot of philanthropy and things like that, and really education, and really just try and pave the way for younger generation to come in and do STEM, and know that you don't have to be those other, I don't want to say, but other things like girls always want to be, or they're led to believe that they should be, and that you can do sciences and computer and IT and technology and be a cybersecurity chief or anything like that, right? You can be an ethical hacker, things like that. So I think it's really just kind of educating and just building lots of awareness around technology and how we can't live without it anyway. So
you might as well just embrace it.
We have to embrace it all.
I think it's great because you've been able to, and just from watching you as you build your business, not only in the chamber, but also just in other spaces with, Lighthouse for the Blind and Speak Up for Kids, like our local organizations that are so pivotal to our community success, that you really take the tech world and you make it applicable to normal people. Yeah. And that's really, really hard for people sometimes in the tech space who get it. It's like their brain is a computer and they talk in those terms, and then they have a conversation with someone and you're like, you lost me. I've glazed over. Like, I'm not quite sure what you're saying. And then you're able to come in and really just lessen the intensity so people understand it. And I think that's where you've been able to grow in this community, is that you are the key communicator in the tech space. And you've kind of built that here. If you've meant to or not, it's happening. So,
well, that's good to know. Yeah, I like to be the bridge, right? Yeah. Because you do get, and I've worked with super techie guys and girls, and all they know is technology. And I've done it sometimes because I'm a little bit techie. Yeah. Well, I am techie, but do you know what I mean? Like, into the nitty gritty of
into
like,
the tech talk. You're like,
talk.
this is in it.
But I found, like, I see the glaze. I'm like, okay, I need to stop now because this person's glazing over.
Let's
take it up a notch. Let's take it a notch up, because it needs to be identified in the real world, right? So, and even like now, if you don't know that actually technology or any kind of sales, right? It's not widget anymore. You're not selling widgets. It's consultancy. It's really business focused. It's around risk. It's around ROI. It's all of those things. And people want to know, like, what is it giving back to me? How am I helping my staff? How am I making things easier? And so it's really just having those conversations, really. So
yeah, and the understanding too that when you see the glaze over,
it's
time to pivot the conversation and go somewhere else.
And I see the glaze still quite a lot.
Yes.
I sometimes still get into my whole thing. I'm like,
you're like, why did you glaze over?
I kind of need to stop now.
Yes. Oh, that's good. Well, real quick, you're listening to Your Palm Beach Guide with the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce, and our special guest today is Anita Patel with Minerva Tech. And just tell me a little bit now about Minerva and the name and why Minerva Tech.
Yeah.
And like, what is that?
I don't know. I wanted something different. I didn't want to just go, technology consultant.
Yeah.
So, wanted something different and something that stands and makes as meaning, right? And so I kind of was doing loads of research and podcasts around branding and marketing and naming and went through loads of different things.
Yeah.
And, new chapter, new everything.
All of it.
And so whatever I learned on my own through podcasts and things. And then I was Googling stuff and just Nike. Did you know Nike is like a goddess?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you did.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
yeah. Okay, so I'll Google goddesses. So
Yeah,
I Googled goddesses and that came up with Minerva, who's the counterpart of Athena.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't know
that.
that.
But she's the more strategic person.
Oh.
So Minerva is, and I always get it wrong, so I should always know this at the top of my tongue, but she's a Greek goddess. Or
Yeah. I think she's Greek.
Roman?
She's to Athena.
Greek. Greek goddess.
She's to
Sorry.
Athena, yeah.
And she basically stands for strategic power. She stands with an armor. She's strong.
Oh.
And, for me, being a woman-owned business and things like that, I just thought it had some, it meant something to me internally. Just women power, being strong, strength, strategic.
That's fabulous.
Those sort of things. So that's the meaning for Minerva and what she stands for. And I'm always in pink, and it's like, so we're having the whole strength, strategic thing with a bit of femininity as well.
Still, yes. And I
with
think
the
that's
pink
so
in it and the Palm Beach colours
yes.
and things like that as well. So.
And it's powerful because you can do both. You can be a feminine woman and still hold your own in a space that is male dominant. And I think that's really incredible that you've shown that not only through the naming of your business, but also, like you said, branding. Like, you are pink. Like, every time I see you, you're in pink. Like, that's who you are. And you've built that brand to really solidify yourself here in the community. So I think that's awesome. So shout out to all the podcasts you listen to on branding and marketing and all of those things.
Thank you.
And I want to talk really quick, just in the last couple minutes we have, the work that you have been doing all over the county and even down to Miami. So I follow you on LinkedIn, and you're constantly traveling between, I don't know if you've gone north of West Palm yet, but I know you go down to Fort Lauderdale and Miami.
Haven't reached out up north yet. But we'll do. Okay. We'll get there. It's a yet, yeah.
But kind of walk me through, like, what are these tech spaces you're going to down south to get more involved in, and then hopefully creating a whole different community in those, focused groups.
Yeah, I love that you touched on that, Kiana, because I really believe that we need to bring technology to the forefront, right? Especially in West Palm, Palm Beach, and things like that. It's a talked about subject, but not enough. And as we said earlier, we can't live without it.
Right.
It's the future, and we can't ignore it. So we really need to do and implement technology in all areas of our life, in home life, in every business, correctly, efficiently, and
strategically, all of it,
right? So I've got myself involved in a lot of sort of tech communities, as you say, mainly Tech Hub, which is South Florida Tech Hub, great community of tech companies all coming together to really understand one another, highlight tech, really kind of build that education and awareness across board. They do a lot of charity things as well. And so that's why I'm kind of all up and down everywhere, down south a lot more. And it's just great to build that network and community. But we really, I think a couple of us now in the tech community are really trying to build that here in West Palm as well.
Right.
And Palm Beach, and really just bring that to the forefront and have those things out there being spoken about a lot more, and build that really great tight-knit community here as well. Because, everyone says it, in the next 3 years, 4 years, Palm Beach and West Palm Beach is growing so rapidly, and businesses are coming here in such masses
influx.
They need it, and they can't survive without tech. So
we need the infrastructure, and I think that as much as we want to say that we might be on the front end of it, it's like there are even systems in our office where I'm just like, why do we not have this yet? Like, why are we not there for us at the chamber? And it's just like using using the resources that we have, but also being educated about what's out there, which I think is what your tech space can bring here, like you said, to West Palm and to Palm Beach and to just everything that is happening with the rapid growth. But I think it's great, though, because you didn't just stay put where you are currently. You went down south and you went to other locations the world's a big place.
It is a big place. And I think that it's really important to build a community within as well, but also to find out what's happening with other areas. What's everyone doing? How are we building a community everywhere else as well? Because we're all linked,
right,
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's also important to know that buying and implementing technology, you can implement in enterprise level technology within medium to small businesses as well. So it's not always as expensive as everyone thinks it is.
Okay.
And so it's really important that we highlight all of those things and educate our businesses to know that you can have enterprise level technology within your business.
And it'll be affordable at least. Yeah. And you can at least have options.
That's what we bring to the table as well. We bring options.
You bring options through Minerva Tech.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank you.
And then real quick, I want to speak about the Tech Council with the Chamber. So you chair that council for us at the Palm Beach Chamber. And I just have to say kudos to you for securing such a great guest at our last tech event.
Thank you. That was great. I loved the conversation with Macario. Yeah.
Who is the CIO of Seminole Casino Hard Rock.
Hard Rock, yes.
Yes. And just a really down-to-earth guy. Like, so surprising.
He's got a great story.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Techie guys are cool.
That's
We're
what I'm
funny.
Saying. That's what I'm saying.
We're down to earth, which is not always boring.
Oh, my goodness. And I think, too, just, there's so much happening at the Chamber. And this council is, we are focused on making sure this council is successful. And I think what you have brought to the table is just that elevation of where we need to expand and to get to. It's like, if we need to become a tech hub space, then let's provide at least a space for people to convene to talk about these conversations. So I love that you are spearheading that with Eric and who's with Simplify IT, our tech people too, who cybersecurity, all those things, which I don't understand, but I love Eric. So Eric is great. And I think when it comes to just the growth of this, our specific council, you guys have really leaned in and focused on, we need to make this worth it. Yeah. And I love that drive and that just dedication you have to making it grow.
Yeah, I think both Eric and I are on the same page. You know, we have a passion, we understand the importance, and we just want to educate everybody else around the importance to it as well. Yeah.
So in our last question of the day, give me and give us your quick summary of why we should look into Minerva Tech, how people can get a hold of you, and just LinkedIn, websites, Instagrams, the whole thing.
Okay. So what was the first question? Sorry.
Let's do Instagram.
Okay, so
LinkedIn,
how people can get a hold of me? Is that what you said?
Can get a hold of you.
I have a website, minervatechgroup.com.
Okay.
No H in the tech.
Yes.
Yes.
Make
it's
sure
just
people
TEC.
Yes.
So it's Minerva TEC. And then I'm on LinkedIn. I also have an Instagram page which I'm working on. I'm like 90s. I'm like not.
Yeah, but
still working on. I'm technology, but social media is like a thing for me. So
LinkedIn, you're very active on LinkedIn.
I'm active on LinkedIn, yes.
Which is where the business community unites.
Yes.
So
you can find me on LinkedIn. Yes, exactly.
And then share a little bit about how people can get a hold of you for tech spaces and to learn more about your services through the website.
Yeah, through the website. Emails on there. Emails on LinkedIn. Just reach out to me. I'm always happy to talk to anyone, educate them, just whatever you need. I'm a connector. I can connect in any shape or form. So all good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Anita, thank you so much for being with us today. I love diving into the tech space and just how normal you are talking to. So it's nice. It's a relief. So thank you.
Thanks, Kiana. I appreciate it.